NCRP Productions presents Torg Eternity by Ulisses Spiele. The Breifne Crown, Episode 30.
Hello and welcome to a Sunday of Possibilities and our continuing adventure of the Breifne Crown. My name is Greg and I'll be GMing our Torg game. And let's have our players introduce themselves and their respective characters, please. Starting to my left.
This is Dan. I am playing Professor Graves, a practitioner of the weird sciences from the Nile Empire.
Possibly now Dr. Anubis.
A.K.A. Dr. Anubis.
This is Shan. I'm playing Azrael, the cyber witch from the cyber papacy.
Hey, it's Barry. I'm running Max Elite, a freedom fighter from Tharkold.
Hello, this is Victoria. I'm playing Iara Bay, a elf necromancer from Isle.
And this is Aaron. I'm playing Ufa Ali, otherwise known as the Twilight Jackal of Cairo.
Right. So those that may have missed last week, man, we had an action-packed game.
We accomplished so much.
You want to take this one, Dan?
No.
We do need somebody to give us a recap. So
Well, it wasn't a whole lot as far as doing. In general, we were briefed on what we were going to be doing, which is infiltrating Rishiri Prison. We're going to do that by way of a contact that was a Delphi Council member who was going to bring us in as prisoners. We flew from Tripoli. I'm sorry. Did we fly? We boat. I can't remember.
We flew in a cargo.
We flew in a cargo plane from Tripoli to Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. Hong Kong, we met our contact
Dennis
there, which
Hito.
was Dennis Hida.
But before that, we had two very awkward car rides.
Yeah, well, they should listen to last week's episode. But we met Dennis Hida, whose brother is inside and is hopefully going to be one of our contacts. And then Tony Lee, who was in our initial Hey-Ho drop, I believe it was, for Tharkold.
The one where I almost died.
Yeah.
Yep.
One where you almost died,
Yep.
Israel.
And he is going to pose as the guard to bring us in. And we are going to boat from here being Hong Kong, to Taiwan, where we're going to do infiltrating.
And we had to make some decisions about what stuff to leave behind,
Yep.
just in case we don't get it back.
And then the insertion point up in Taipei, which is on the north end of the island.
Okay.
So you guys had boarded and left the port out of Hong Kong. So is anybody out on deck?
I'll be out on deck.
Okay.
We have a 6-day trip.
That is correct.
I am reasonably certain I will be out on deck at some point.
Yeah.
I think all of us would be
Yeah,
on deck
yeah, I'm not gonna
at
just
various
be-
points in time.
Who's out there initially?
I'll be out there.
Sure, me too.
I'm actually kind of curious to see how the boat works.
I would be out there too.
Yeah.
So as those that out on deck, it's night because you guys flew in and it's late, and as you guys start maybe going about 30 miles out into the water, before that you start seeing that familiar roll of the reality storm.
This is where we crash.
This is where we sink.
We're pretty far in the water. Hopefully we don't crash.
Boat and capsize.
So for you guys, for Ufa and Professor Graves, they seen it, but what you see is kind of a thick wall of fog, but there is lightning within the fog and rolling colors, swirls of red and blue, as the reality of core Earth, where you were still at, is now somehow either experiencing a reality wash or coming into a new reality. So I don't know if you guys are going to say anything to them.
Not unless they say something.
Well, we've seen. Didn't we see that coming out of the Nile Empire?
that's- yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've seen it
Ufa-
before.
yeah.
We've
Okay.
seen it once
Yeah.
before.
So I'm just.
And Ufa went out of the living lands and into the Nile.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's
I've seen
right.
him
So
a few
Ufa's
times.
familiar with
Yeah,
it, that's
I'm
right.
familiar with it. And I'm just gonna comment. Yeah, it'd be a pretty sight if it wasn't so ominous.
We can be fairly certain that we are going into another cosm.
Yes.
So they are correct. This area is under someone else's control. I don't feel the pulls from Tharkold, though, so I don't think, as we discussed the possibility, I don't think it's Tharkold invading here.
As you guys get closer, the fog of this reality wash seems to lessen, and then you enter. I need everyone to roll reality for me.
I'm good at that now. Well, I mean, not really, but better.
12.
12.
Same.
Okay.
A 10.
10.
5.
11.
So, everyone who rolled under 5, Professor, as you are going through, you can actually feel yourself disconnect, and you start getting images and flashes of this high-tech world, not the type of technology that you've heard Max or Azrael describe, but definitely more advanced tech than the one that you had just left, and far more advanced than where you're familiar with and coming from. And at one point, did you end up taking Realm Runner?
Yes.
So, and then the first time that been challenged, you just kind of shake your head and assert your will and just kind of get grounded back into your reality. But you felt yourself getting drawn into something different. At this point, you are now in a new reality. Everyone go ahead and draw a Cosm card and feel your destiny hands.
That magic is so low.
May I have a Cosm card?
Same with me. I mean, that's 10 over my magic, or 10 under.
The magic is 4 for the listeners, and my Cosm is 24.
And mine's 14.
Oh, great. Sorry.
No, that's useless.
That is something I
Okay.
would never use, but okay.
Is it? I feel like
You can't trade Cosm cards, can you?
No.
No, you
What does
cannot.
yours say, Ufa?
It says Outbreak. And actually,
No.
as I read it, I was
No.
like, 1 to 3 possibilities after they deal with the creatures. That's not so bad.
Mine's a 1 to 3 as well.
Mine is completely useless.
I want to
Mine's
know what it
pretty-
is. What is it?
Mine's got some stuff.
Mine play on a this would be great for you or actually Azrael. Play on a reality rated foe. He may not soak wounds caused by your character. I don't cause wounds.
That's
But
right.
you can play it on a foe, and is it only in
Wounds
reaction
caused
to
by
you?
your character.
Oh.
Mine is for the remainder of the scene. Unarmed combat is favored for all player characters. So
That's not terrible.
Especially going into a prison.
But
Yeah.
how many of us
No,
are
the idea is
fists?
prison.
Right. We will.
I am now.
Going into a prison, all of us.
I am now.
Okay, I guess we're going to all learn how to be.
I have feud. Someone is out to get your hero. Basically, the foe may attempt an ambush, frame them for some crime or something else. Gain 1 to 3 possibilities depending on the power of the creature or character. GM's discretion.
Amaranth the Inspector's back.
I have. Is that a bite? Play.
Oh no.
Play when in a public place and not in combat. A Kanawa patrol arrives and attempts to take in anyone who is wounded, sick, or may have been exposed to infection. This applies to the heroes, allies, and random bystanders.
That is familiar.
All Storm Knights gain 1 possibility.
The Cosm cards have the K for Kanoa.
Yeah, they do. And just for those who are listening, Outbreak, play at any time. A rampaging horde of infected appear and are headed your way. All Storm Knights gain 1 to 3 possibilities after they deal with the creatures, depending on the size of the horde.
Don't play that one.
Wait a minute.
Hey, man.
However, there are ways to use that one. Think about it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm already having
That one's not as useless as it immediately sounds.
One of my Destiny cards is a romance one. Maybe Jessica will come back.
God damn it, no.
Or Big Bubba in the cell.
Oh no!
Or
Ufa doesn't have a lot of strength.
the
He
latest
could be easily
twist in
handled.
Hollywood, you could play that on one of the zombies.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. On this
Have
triple
like a
X show that
zombie
they
love
have, yeah.
triple X.
Triple
movie.
S show. Wait a minute. I had heard about this.
All right, so
Oh, I have to draw a destiny. I'm sorry.
draw your yeah, Philip. So getting through this reality
Only
wave
4.
Yeah.
was not bad, and it doesn't feel much different.
Minor effects for me.
Yeah, so
Pretty much nothing for me.
And basically, what this ride is going to be is Rich and Davy Boy basically take turns. One pilots the boat and the other sleeping. Were brought on pretty much just to captain this boat as they're driving through. The meals that you guys are having are pretty much MREs or dehydrated meals that are prepped for this day. There are some weapons on the board, on board, as well as the armor that Tony has brought with him to be able to disguise himself as a Kanamo guard. Other than that, it's been pretty stripped down. And is anybody doing anything over the course of the next couple of days?
At one point, I will creep into everyone's mind and let everyone know I am capable of opening this up. I don't know if either Professor Graves or Ufa has dealt with this before. Spectre has. But I can creep into your minds. I can open a passage to everyone at once. So this may be useful, especially if we get separated.
You did that in the final.
Did I?
Fight
So
against the
you've felt
Spectre.
this before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
I will also bring in Tony because I think my base is 5 or 10.
What's your range on that?
Give me just a moment.
If you could keep us connected while we're in the prison, that would be a huge benefit.
The range is 1 kilometer.
Oh, yeah.
That's really far.
What about duration?
Yeah, is concentration. That's the downside. Standard success. Oh, four mines with a standard success. 4 other mines. So I need a good to attack in Tony.
Can we communicate back to you with that, or can you just communicate?
I thought it was open. I apologize. I'll open it again. I thought it was open network, but it may just be me passive. Sending and receiving thoughts is considered the most basic power. Standard sex allows the psi to keep up to 4 other minds in contact as long as they continue to concentrate. It may not use the multi-target option. I don't know what that means. Psi must be able to see those they want to contact if they are unfamiliar with them. Sadly, it does not read mind, which I thought about taking the perk and adding it between last week and this week just because it would be very useful, but I'm going to stand down on that.
Was that something that you're doing now, or just informing?
Yeah, in the time on the ship, so everyone gets used to it. So I can get Tony in, get him used to feeling it, get used to his mind, so that I can do this in the future.
And
a kilometer's a pretty good distance. I don't know how big the prison is, but if it's a kilometer-sized prison, that's an impressive prison, even in my time. Even in my cosm, I guess I would say, not my time.
Okay, so I mean, Tony's a professional, so at the initial shock, but then when you explain, he's thinking, oh man, this is useful. No problem with that. And you're maintaining it?
No, just to let everyone know for now.
Okay.
No, I don't envision that I can just simply maintain it, walking in, getting deloused, washed, spread your cheeks. I don't think that I would be able to do that. So, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that I just want to make sure everyone knows and I can get familiar with everyone's mind so that if I don't see them, I can still find them.
Got it, because you may not be able to see Tony or
Correct.
be able to see them.
That's the
Okay.
biggest one is
Stuff
Tony.
happens.
Perfect, understand. So throughout the course of the several days, the days that you're on, each day you do that just to become familiar.
Yep.
When you reach
Yep,
out.
so they understand what it feels like with me sliding in, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Aaron is learning what squat and cough means.
I'm learning now. These are things that I didn't know before.
Aaron, not Ufa.
Yes,
Yeah.
Aaron.
Aaron's
Aaron.
never
Ufa
been to
knows
jail,
all this.
so
Yes.
that's good, everyone.
Yes. Never been there.
Yeah.
Just let everybody know.
The rest of us, however.
The trip goes by pretty uneventful. You make your way around the southern end of Taiwan, and you're hugging up the coast. So again, before we get into it, anybody doing anything? Any spells?
I think I would be, because I just got my cantrips back, so I think I'd probably be like practicing again and getting used to using the different ones that I've got, and maybe showing them some of the new things I can do.
We did not discuss the new laws. I think we should.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
You usually do that for us, but
Well, they usually give you a briefing on what the rule laws are.
Right.
Nobody knows what the rule laws here.
so the law of intrigue. Let's see. Cosm cards like that are linked to the intrigue of the realm. Sold out. All right. The law of intrigue is like the overall one. Law of tenacity. The hard-boiled heroes of Pan Pacifica don't go down easily. When a reality-rated character would normally be KO'd from shock or other sources, they can take a wound to remove all current shock instead. If the wound is their last, they get one last full turn before testing defeat. And the law of vengeance, when a character rights a major wrong done to them, a loved one, or an organization to which they have pledged to achieve a vengeance, their destiny hand size increases by 1 for the rest of the act and the next. To be eligible for this award, the misdeed must not have occurred this act, and the revenge must result from some form of dramatically appropriate planning and coordination. All of this is up to the GM.
It's a shame we don't have someone from Pan Pacifica here.
The law of tenacity, though, would be good for Ufa and the Jackal.
Very good for
Oh yeah, very good.
He's got low shock, but
Do not have
take
low
that
shock.
all to get the wound and become the Jackal.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, if I just get shocked instead of wounded, then it's gonna be great. Yeah, not great. But
So as you're getting familiar with, as you're expanding your magic,
Yes.
it's kind of hard to test in this low magic axiom of whatever cosm that you're in. It doesn't feel like Earth's cosm. Earth seemed like it had a little bit more magic than this one did, but I mean, you're able to, assert your domain being reality rated to be able to get some of the practice and familiarity with your new expanded magical capabilities.
Yes. And also feeling the lower magic. That's another reason why I would want to be practicing it.
You guys definitely feel it, even leaving Earth. Or
Dislike it.
does it? When I take it, we're gonna be pulling into port soon. I'm gonna talk to.
It's night right now, so coming into this next morning, you should be approaching the Taipei port where you are going to be dismounting from the vessel.
Okay, and is it Tim? That's the guy that's with us right now.
Tony Lee.
Tony. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure I write that down. Tony with an I or a Y?
Why?
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. Traditional, nice. Okay. Tony, if I were to leave some stuff with the captains of the ship, would it make its way back to Delphi Council?
Probably.
Okay, that's assuring. All right, thank you.
I'm not going to be here either, so
Yeah,
I can't.
you can't guarantee anything.
Quite frankly, I'm damn surprised we haven't been detected yet.
That's why I have this stuff. I was more concerned about the journey than anything else. All right, so I'm gonna go talk to the captains, just kind of see who they are. I haven't really spent any time with them at all.
And so one's in the galley drinking coffee, getting ready to relieve the next one that was driving through the night.
Yeah.
Irish coffee or coffee?
Coffee. So Rich is captaining the boat right now. Davy Boy's drinking his coffee.
It's a Davy boy.
Aye.
How are you? I haven't talked to you at all.
Fine.
Fine. Oh, that's good. So I'm gonna, I take it you know what our mission is, for the most part.
My job was just to get you lads up to the port and drop you off.
When you go back, do you contact the Delphi Council after you're done?
That is the plan.
And does anybody come and meet you directly, or do they call you on a?
Well, once we reach out, then we'll receive orders or directions for the next part of what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, okay. Would I be able to leave something with you?
Sure.
Is there any way I can? I'm thinking about leaving some pistols with you, and I wasn't sure if you could promise that you would get them back to the Delphi Council at some point.
I can't promise a damn thing, but I can promise that I'll take care of them very well for you.
For some reason, I feel I can trust you, Danny boy. Maybe it's just the Irish.
That's the magic of the Irish.
All right. So when we get to port, after I assess kind of how it is, I'm worried about going in there unarmed. I may leave something with you. I might leave these pistols with you.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.
Aye. So as you're getting up and get ready to leave, all of you guys actually hear over the intercom from the captain. Rich said, "Vessel spotted ahead."
What kind of vessel?
So at this point, Tony's kind of making his way down over up into, what do you call it? The
Bridge?
Yes. It's like, why am I losing my terminology? To the bridge of the boat.
Or follow him up there.
Yeah, I guess I'm going up.
I'll stay behind.
So as you guys start making your way up on the GPS, up on the dash, you can actually see a blip as another vessel is spotted and it's not coming from Taipei. It's actually coming from northeast, and its bearing looks like it's on an intercept course.
And is that all we can tell about the ship?
From this distance, Rich says, we'll have to wait till we get closer, but any damn ship that's out here looking and intercepting us can't be good.
How far away are they?
He estimates at the rate of speed, it is going to be about 3 hours for them to intercept, or at least get into range, and you have about another 5 hours before you actually are supposed to be at your drop-off.
Any way we could avoid it?
It's like...
Can we drop off somewhere else?
Tony says, yes, we have no... I mean, it'd be easy to avoid it, but the problem is we need to make that flight, and that is leaving today.
If this ship intercepts us, are we clear to engage?
I think we're going to have to make that determination if it does, and to decide on whatever its actions are.
Okay, what's our story then? Why are we out here?
We have no valid story of being out here. We have no cover.
Do you have any fishing poles?
No.
In these waters, do you
Missed
have
opportunity.
hijackers?
Pirates?
I think you call them, yes, pirates.
No, from what we can tell, Kanawha Security has shut down all piracy on these waters.
Man,
What
Kanawha is
would
a
be
fishing
out
key.
here then?
Pirates.
Kanawha Patrol, possibly?
Kanawha.
Potentially thinking that we are pirates.
We do not have any writ of passage over these waters from the Japanese or the Pan-Pacific Alliance.
And you need that in order to be in operation at all?
To be under a lawful operation, I mean, at the minimum, they're going to detain us, which we cannot have. We need to make that flight.
Unless somebody's got a way to magically make this boat go faster, I don't have a solution. We're gonna have to fight them when they get here.
We're going to have to find out what they need.
We may not have to fight. We actually do have basically personal water propellant craft, PWPCs. But the problem is it's a short distance in which they can operate. So if we put in now, could probably make it to shore, but then we'd have to hike on foot, which is going to be much longer than our window allows.
Let's get as close as we can and consider it at that point.
Yeah, what is the... what's the time frame on the interception?
3 hours.
3 hours.
So we could put out in 2.5 hours, which would be a lot closer.
It'd be closer, but it would still be cutting the time to be able to get there on foot. And we'd be going through unsecured areas of the island, so we don't know what we're going to meet in regards to contagion.
That's what I was worried about.
Why don't we wait until they show? We can make a decision at that point.
I don't think we have a choice.
No, we don't. There's no point in putting in
If
now.
it comes to a fight, I'd rather fight humans than zombies.
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't want to have a 90% chance of contracting whatever the heck it is.
At this point, Davy Boy kind of chimes in. He says, it's possible that we can go ahead and deploy the personnel watercraft, and then Rich and I can maybe stage like we're trying to flee and get them to chase, draw them away.
I think if we're going to do that, we do that 2 hours and 50 minutes from now.
Yes.
Agreed. As soon as we can angle to where we get you entered into the water, starboard side, and then again try to draw them away to take them focus away from you.
And you said these craft are short distance only? Will they take us the rest of the way?
No, it'll take us there. And I point to land. We are 2 hours out at the speed the boat goes, which my guess, if I'm estimating right, is probably about 12 hours for us on foot if we move fast.
And
Would we have time to make the flight if we have to hike a good portion of the distance on foot?
from this location, probably not. I mean, can you run a marathon, Professor?
No.
Neither can I.
And everybody's shaking their head no.
I can if need be.
I might be able to.
He's like, I could too, but that would leave...
Yes, we're not going to split.
And I don't feel comfortable leaving anybody behind on that damn Forsaken Island.
Is there no way to determine what type of craft who it is that's intercepting us? Do you have a radio that could reach them?
Davy Boy says, we do have a radio, but the problem is these damn Kanawha's on breaking edge of technology. We can't... I just see that there is something, another vessel here, and it's angling towards us. As to trying to radio them, I mean...
At this point, why don't you start an evasive maneuver? something would take you out. Let's see if they change course.
Is there any way, Professor, for you to work on the engines and make them go faster
It is a possibility.
with your weird science?
I mean, I could try.
Well, we have 2 hours.
But I like Max's idea first. Change course slightly and see if they move to intercept.
Tony says, do it. So, Rich, you see Davey now sat down in basically like a co-pilot's chair, a co-captain's chair. Rich, who was yawning earlier, all of a sudden sitting back up straight. His eyes are wide as he's reading. And you can see him start veering and increasing in speed. And maybe about 10, 15 minutes go by. And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but then you can see the corresponding maneuver of the boat changing its course to continue on an intercept.
Well, that seals it. They are coming our way.
I still would like to see if we can contact them by radio to confirm exactly who they are. I know at this point we probably can assume they're Kanawha.
Without verifying it here, that's the only assumption that I can have.
Let's continue at this greater speed and see how close we can get.
Do you want me to look at the engines and see if I could perhaps get a little more out of them? There is some danger.
Is there a possibility that
Yes.
I would rather
It is
not
a
risk us
low
being dead in the
possibility.
water? Like I said, we need to make that flight. Either we do it, attempt to stealth, or we fight our way through them.
Well, if the plan is to use the smaller craft and then hike overland, we're not going to make the flight anyway.
If we can get up there as far as we can and then craft in, that's still better than having to hike an additional 3 miles over non-secure territory.
So basically, we're going to miss the flight either way.
I hope not.
Professor, to increase the power of the boat, I do enjoy statistics myself. What is your thought? A 1 in 20 chance that there would be a problem?
Usually I would say yes, roughly 1 in 20, but given the amount of time, and I think I could reduce that chance to a 1 in 400 chance.
I look back
Given
at Tony.
certain conditions.
Tony actually looks at you and says, technically you're the team leader.
And I look at
It's
Azrael.
your boat.
No, it's not. It's the other guys. It's not Tony's boat.
And so Davy Boy says, it's a Delphi boat, so
Try it. I would try it. If it gets us there a little bit safer, try it.
I can't.
Even if it gets us an hour closer.
What I'm saying is 1 in 400 chance that I put
Make a
us dead in the
mistake.
water, but there's no guarantee, even if I boost it, that we're still not going to be intercepted.
At
But
some point.
it's
but,
worth a try.
But even an extra 10 minutes closer is 10 minutes closer.
yes, if it could get us closer, then that's
Are
that
we
much
through the roiling
more
clouds?
chance that we
Oh,
make
yeah.
our flight.
that was days ago.
Because obscuring cloud cover would be helpful.
A nice, beautiful day. Or it's going to be a nice, beautiful day.
Couldn't be more clear.
Of course.
Is there any way I can assist you? I'm decent with engines, as you've.
Oh yes,
so-
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Ufa
Yeah.
and I will go down into the engine
The
room
engine
or
room?
check out the engine.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably nothing like I've ever seen.
Nothing
But
like you've ever seen.
It
Same here.
still is going to work on the same principles.
Yeah.
So I am
In
going to.
scientific theory,
Yes,
Yes.
theoretically. So I'm going to take a little bit of time and try to familiarize myself with what is happening here, and then I'm just going to go to work and see if I can do what I do.
So let's see.
Yacht
here.
starts throwing up a
That is going
65-foot
to be-
rooster tail.
Stealth, maybe not, but at least we're fast.
I'm like, we didn't even ask about how big these patrol boats are. If they're small or they're massive with a
It
helicopter.
won't matter.
on
They'll
board.
be overmatching us without a doubt with weapons.
Oh, okay.
So the first thing that you're going to need to do is actually make a computer's roll
Oh,
to be able to, because everything is computer, the engine's all computer connected. So you're going to need to be able to understand that.
so I do not have the computer skill, obviously, because it's not a Nile.
but you
It's a
don't
mind.
need it.
It's
So
a
I can just
mind.
use straight mind?
Correct.
Okay, so we'll make a mind roll. 15.
15. Yeah. So this is new, but you understand tech. So you think that you're able to get your way and navigate your way through it.
Okay. All right, Ufa, I think we can do this. If you lend me your steady hands
Yeah,
here.
of course. Yeah, I'll give you a +1.
All right.
to make sure.
Want a
So you
science
give the word, they shut down
Yes.
the engine, so that way you don't it cause any
Electrocute
harm to
myself,
yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll go to work. Here's the science roll. 18.
Is that what the +1?
Yes. Could get that a little higher. Do we think we need it? Or want it?
18's pretty good. I mean, you know your science, but
I have an action card.
I also
Yeah, we
have
all
an
be.
action card.
Yeah. me too.
I'm just saying. I think 18 is pretty good. We've succeeded with that in the past, and we're going to need these cards.
That is not bad.
Well, this also says maybe played after determining the success level.
There you
So
go.
if he,
That's
if he
true.
tells you
So,
no, then you can
18.
add 3.
So 18, you're able to get just through directly routing fuel instead of being by.
I see. So spiking the fuel. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Nice.
And you are able to increase the speed and ultimately shut down an hour's travel time.
Nice. Okay.
So as you get finished, you get finished. So,
Fire it up.
so you, and then as it starts going up on just moving, and then as he gets ready to go up on plane, you feel as it just kicks in. The engine kind of and just starts putting off some heat, but
That could be problematic.
you don't know how long that's going to sustain it. But it is definitely moving faster.
It's working. Maybe we go back to normal speed until we get closer, and then we.
No, we need the extra hour.
Oh,
I think they're going to intercept us even with the extra
I
speed.
see.
This is going to get us closer to the island.
before-
We'll have less walking.
But follow the
Yeah.
tracking. Are we actually getting ahead of them, or are they
Do
starting
they
to catch
speed
up?
up after a while?
After maybe about another 15 minutes of travel, you can see them making calculations to still come in on an intercept course. They have an angle, and from what you can tell, their boat's also fast. Or their vessel.
Well, still not bad. Cutting an hour off is still worthwhile.
yeah. get
Tony
closer.
says if we end up having to go by stealth, that actually is going to, that hour time is going to help a lot. So now we have a decision to make. Do we attempt a stealth or do we attempt by brute force?
Well, at this point, there is no question that we can claim ignorance. We've increased speed, knowing that we're there in some fashion. So, or that they're there.
We attempted 2 evasive maneuvers. They know we're trying to evade.
I think we're leaving the pilots in a bad place, but I think once we believe they're going to be short of being in sight on us, we go.
The captains say, shit happens, man.
And-
Or actually, shite happens.
But if you were found in these waters without the proper documentation, would you be put in prison?
One chuckles. Hi, we may see you in Rishiri.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
Can we
See you on the other
guarantee it?
side.
Yeah.
Well, what if this is?
Can we guarantee it?
Yeah. What if we get?
Yeah,
into
this may
Rishiri-
be
this
our
is how
way
we
in.
get into
a
Rishiri.
shortcut into the prison.
However, it would not allow Tony to get his guard.
Yeah.
Tony says,
Yeah.
or they just may shoot the damn boat down, sink it.
It's true, too.
if they think we're pirates, then I think the logical conclusion would just be shoot us,
All right.
sink us.
I think we need to take those other craft. We need to prepare to, abandon this ship and get to shore and sneak the rest of the way.
Yeah. Disliking it, but yes.
Tony says, all right, your call.
Let us know when, and we'll.
We'll disembark. Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are moving, closer to your target, and then closer to where the other vessel is coming in to intercept. So during that time, everyone is able to kind of get ready. And is anybody leaving gear behind?
I left all my gear behind with Jones.
Okay.
Nope. No, that gear's coming with me now if we're going to be
What I
sneaking
have
across
on me,
the
I'll
zombie
take
land.
with me. So yeah.
Okay. So Davy and Rich say it's time to get down on the starboard side, hanging on to the starboard rail. And they're going to, attempt to slow it down and then evade when they know that everyone's underway. So what that is going to do is
There's a
lead us
dramatic scene.
a dramatic resolution.
We've done 2 now
Yeah.
Yeah,
in the
we-
entirety.
And one was just on me. As a group, we've done one.
We've done 1. Yeah, this seems like we should just be it.
Like, can we skip it and just say we failed?
So
We got this.
what Rich says is when it comes time, he's going to maneuver hard, creating a rooster tail. Once he creates that rooster tail, that's when I want all of you to enter in the water, use the water as a type of obfuscation, and then we're going to take off.
Do
and
these go-
to draw their attention?
Do these work underwater? Like, can I dive with them?
It can, if, as long as you can hold your breath or whatnot.
I have water
Wait,
breathing.
what
now.
are these things?
So basically what it looks like is, so there is engine up in front and it has two handles and then a place where you lay down. You lay down on the flat board and control by the handle grips. And then the propulsion is
It's like a lay down
underneath.
ski-doo.
Kind of, yeah.
How much time do we have? Do we have 5
Each of
minutes?
us are going to have to drive our own.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wait, do we have
Are
5
we?
minutes?
Are you gonna make us roll watercraft or whatever?
Do we
Oh,
have
smiling
wait,
at me.
Do we have 5 minutes?
It's say what you need to say.
I'm gonna cast water breathing. Casting time is 1 minute and it's touch, so I'm gonna cast on. It's lasts an hour if it works. So I'm gonna try to cast water breathing on everybody in 5 minutes.
Roll what school of magic?
Alteration.
Roll me an alteration roll first. Because
All right.
as I
yeah.
said, it's getting
It's low.
Yeah, so it's going to be a high. You want to roll high.
19.
Fucking A.
It's like you knew this was coming ahead of time.
Right.
We're just like
Yes.
getting ready.
Well, you're
Working on
taking
it.
a few shortcuts
Yes.
without having the spell backfire on you.
Yes.
But you're able to get the spell off as soon as the last person. So 1, 2, 3. You said 5 times.
Yeah.
So
6.
Tony.
Oh, for Tony as well.
Somebody didn't get it.
Oh, yep.
Who didn't get it?
Sorry. Well, okay. 1, 2, 3.
I can hold my
4,
breath.
5, and Tony is 6.
I can hold
Okay.
my breath. Do Tony before me.
Tony.
Sorry, Tony.
It's like
Remember, he's a seal.
Right.
Boars was a seal.
Oh,
Sorry, Tony.
Like, just get there alive. And so you can see him getting worked up, and all of a sudden the boat just banks hard, and boom, the water shoots out. Tony goes, now! And we move into a dramatic resolution. Everybody, first one, it needs to be a maneuver roll. Difficulty of 10. So we move into A. There is an A.
is there a B?
No B.
I need to.
19.
And I'm rolling for Tony.
I'm using this as a possibility
Okay.
because I rolled an 8.
So you definitely make it after that.
17.
17. So what did you roll?
12.
12. Made it. 17.
Just said, sorry. We're rolling what again?
Maneuver.
Maneuver.
Maneuver is 13.
13. Good.
14.
14.
19.
19. So everyone kind of gets down, and when you look back, you can see Tony's personal watercraft got away from him, and he's desperately swimming to it.
Oh, poor Tony.
Is it like still going or is it stopped?
It hasn't stopped yet.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
So he needs to do a catch up for. There's a B.
Hey.
No A for Tony though, so he's still swimming.
Okay.
Are we gonna lose Tony? We're gonna lose.
I feel like we're going to lose Tony.
If we lose Tony, I'll go back and get him.
Who's continuing?
Is it a maneuver again?
No.
Oh.
No, because
Or are we gonna
we
leave,
want to go
leave-
get Tony.
leave Tony behind? How
I
far
feel
away
like
is he?
the professor is not skilled enough to go back and
I can
help
go back and
under
get him.
any circumstance.
You know,
I'm
He
confident.
has to just go for it.
like
when
I'm
he has
sorry,
his chance.
Tony. I'll pour one out for you from the Pruno once we get to prison.
So the two of you are going on.
I'll go back.
You go back. So you see Max start going back. Now you have a choice. Do you two keep continuing or do you follow back?
I do this.
Continuing.
I see Max and Ufa going back, so I'm going to continue.
Okay, so
Hope that they
alright.
can help.
So you guys go back to help Tony.
Yeah.
So you turn around.
Grab
So
the-
what I do need though from everybody is a computer's roll to figure out to read and operate the interface for it.
He wouldn't have shown us there's
That's
no
B?
bonuses.
Yes.
Is that B?
What's it? It's like do this, and so it's quick.
Great with computers.
12.
Made it.
10.
Dina 10.
Or sorry, 11.
11 made it.
18.
18 made it.
15.
15 made it.
9.
So you're stuck in the water and you can't seem to
Just
kind
need a
of.
10.
Yeah. I have the action card.
Yeah.
Yeah, action. Plus 3, so 12.
So as like you kind of like moment of panic, and then you could just you can just feel that energy reach out, and you hit the right button, and your computer display lights up. So you guys are able to have full maneuver around. You guys are continuing on, being able to propel. Tony is desperately swimming towards his C. There is a C,
Is there an A?
no A.
Okay.
Tony is still swimming. So what I need from you guys is water vehicles to be able to operate this.
Oh, that's my really low skill too.
Everybody, water vehicles.
Oh, everybody.
Well, so I would have gone back, gotten a hold of his device, and brought it back to him. That was the whole objective.
I could
for
have
me.
gotten
So
him.
you said that you tried to go back.
Yeah,
So
to
you
go
don't
get
need-
his. To go get his.
So you
and
still
get-
need to roll water vehicles to be able to operate
maneuver your thing.
to operate your personal watercraft.
Okay.
Deanna 12. Possibility for
17.
just in the discard.
Oh yeah, sorry.
17. Absolutely. You
Did you see?
can
Did
control
you
it.
say Deanne of 12?
Deanna 12?
14.
Man, I am
You
not
are
gonna make this.
able to maneuver.
Just made it 12.
21.
So the two of you get your maneuvering back to Tony. So let's get to you in just a moment.
Okay.
It's highly unlikely I'm going to make it 12, so I'll have to without spending a possibility. So we will do it.
Minimum 10. Remember.
13.
13.
Yeah.
So the three of you are moving forward, full operation of the vehicle. So you guys are going back. What is your plan to grab Tony?
My plan was to grab his device, ride to his device because it's up somewhere with us, and then ride it back. So give him
It's not
his.
being propelled. It's moving forward. Just got boop, 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 boop,
All right.
faster than he can swim.
I'm
All
going
right.
to get Tony.
So you're going to drag Tony.
And I'm going to get the
Okay.
device and bring it back to Tony.
Okay.
That's what I thought I was doing the second time when I was no longer going forward.
No. So you still had to make the rolls to be able to operate the vehicles.
I get it.
Okay. So I want you guys to consider this though, is you made it to C so you can operate, but to grab Tony,
We're going to have to find an A, B, C, and D for him.
yes, and then make it.
That's the way the card thing is set up. I didn't expect to make it anyway. So the only thing I can figure, the other option would be to grab him and let mine propel. So I went back on the second one, grabbed him, and continued on. That would be the only way so that I'm dragging him on the A, B, C, and D that I'm doing.
So if what you guys can do is he's going back for Tony, you see him going back for Tony, you could potentially try to sync up and basically let
Yep.
him drag and
Right,
With
exactly.
both of theirs.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that.
Like, forget his
We've all
machine.
made the
Right.
A, B, C.
Machine, yeah.
Okay. So for D is going to be a stealth
Yep.
to be able to avoid. You guys are going to have minuses.
That's fine.
All right.
I'm really good at stealth.
No D.
No D.
Okay.
Okay.
Last one, guys. D.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Did the other one have an A though?
No.
no, did not.
Okay. God dang.
So for the people that have made it, it's going to be a DN of 12 on stealth.
Would they get pluses for having water breathing and being able to go underwater?
Because that was what she
would
had
it
said.
Because
lower
we're-
the-
we're
would
under-
it-
we're
Now,
like-
would it lower the DC? Is what I'm asking.
It did. So as you can see,
It should be 14.
DC 14.
Holy cow.
But because they have their technology can still catch blips of maneuver, but because you're water breathing, you are being able to go underwater. However, with you guys, Tony did not
He
make
can't stay under.
A, B, or A,
And
B,
he doesn't
C,
have
or
water
D.
Right.
So I'm doing and imposing a -1 for each one he did not make.
So -4.
Well, he hasn't gotten a roll on any of them. Or you're just saying because he didn't get A, he doesn't get a.
Because he didn't get any of those,
I
you
got it.
guys can still help him.
So you have a
But the
-6.
both of you need to make a DN of, let's see here. Normally it would be 12 plus
16.
4 is 16. A DN of 16 for the both of you
For stealth.
for stealth.
Okay, cool. Good. That's
Holy cow.
I just want everyone to know what the DNs are before they roll.
16.
So you're
14.
13.
So the three of you are going.
Try a second chance, which allows me to replace a one roll with another.
24.
So so you feel good, and then you
No,
look
I think
over
I
at
should
Max.
18.
18.
We feel good.
You guys went down deep because you're the closest back, and you can see Tony just holding his breath, eyes closed, holding on for dear life.
Literally.
You guys are able to go, and with you going this way, and with Davy Boy and Rich taking the boat off that way, you feel comfortable that you guys can submerge. Even though you can breathe, Tony can't,
Right.
and so you're going to have to come up.
Uh-huh.
So you come up when you feel that it's safe, and I am going to roll for Tony.
Anybody know CPR?
I
I have
do know-
electricity I can
I have first aid.
Yeah.
I know CPR.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Just to let you know, Tony rolled a 20, then a 10,
Oh,
Yes.
and a 19.
Yeah,
Tony's a boss.
Tony.
He is a boss.
He can hold his breath for 10 minutes.
It's only a little bit of brain damage.
He wasn't a Navy SEAL, but he got some training.
Yeah.
So as you know, he just so what you notice is that he went completely limp. The only thing that you can tell from him exerting himself seems to be grip, as he's trusting the two of you not to rip his arms out, as he's not struggling. And he, at some point, when you look back and see him, you can see just a slow, steady breath of bubbles coming out of his nose as he's slowly exhaling out to be able to maintain time underwater. You're looking and watching. As soon as you see those bubbles stop, you start gearing up. Max, you feel, going up, so you follow. And you get up on top, and you see the three of them just up ahead, a little bit of waves.
make a dolphin sound.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath.
Like that. Looks like you guys is all fucking A. And you guys start making your way inland. And due to the extra hour, it looks like that you can see you're not actually at the port, but you're coming up towards the city. And you can see the port maybe about 2 miles ahead of you. But at this point, you can see the battery charge on your PWPCs are starting to flash, and you know that you're not going to be able to make it up to port, but you can make it to the bank.
We should ride as far as these will take us. It moves faster than us running.
Yes.
Yeah. Till they're dead, as much as we can.
Tony says, but start angling inland in case we have to swim. Everyone roll water vehicles.
God damn.
9.
That's a 1.
13. Oh,
9.
13.
So 13.
I'm trying to decide if
If you should use it.
what are we supposed to be getting?
Didn't tell you.
Well, because I need to know, because I can add 3 to my score
After you know.
after determining the success.
Got it. 10.
Okay, so I'm going to use that, and now I have 10.
Okay. So,
Aaron rolled a 1.
I rolled a 1.
so yours starts powering down.
No!
Like the handle breaks off,
Yeah.
and you're just going in a circle.
The battery just cuts out because it started flashing low battery and it just kind of cuts down. You're not familiar with how to energize and save these batteries in running this vehicle.
I was crushing it.
Yeah. Plus, you had the extra drag with Tony.
Yeah.
So
13.
you made it. So
9.
9. Same thing with yours. Your battery cut down.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, you guys had the extra drag.
9 as well.
And then Professor, yours is also kind of shutting down too.
So I will angle towards the bank or the land as it starts to slow down.
So I need everyone that did not make theirs to roll, and it's going to be probably a strength for swimming. So I don't think they have athletics, do they?
Nope. I don't think so. The question I'll have is it succeed or fail, or is it a time thing?
Time thing.
Okay.
It's either strength or dexterity.
Survival?
Yeah, I mean,
Because you're
the
surviving?
movement, like walk, run, fly, and rush, are all dexterity.
Yeah, this is going to be strength.
Yeah, I imagine it's more of like a constitution kind of thing.
Yeah.
How long can you swim for?
And just, how powerful those strokes are going to take you.
Yeah.
So
11.
11. Okay.
11.
11.
6.
6.
That's your thing, though.
But his cyberware is dragging him down. He does have that occult tech.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tony is keeping pace with you guys.
Just taking me longer.
Just take you a little bit longer. So you guys angle yours in, and as you get ready to touch bank, your battery dies, but you're able to just kind of float in. About another 10 minutes, you two and Tony make their way in, and they look back, and you're not sinking, but you're just coming in slow.
I'm just treading slow until I hit the wakes.
So about another 15 minutes go by.
Oh, that's so much.
So much time.
Yeah. Swimming for 15.
God, that sucks.
Swimming for 5 minutes is a
Like-
lot.
Swimming for any amount of time.
So as soon as you get up on while you're swimming in, Tony actually takes his wet bag and then starts putting on his uniform. He's like, I suggest you guys start getting ready too. We're gonna have to double time too.
I didn't know that we had wet bags.
For your prison oranges.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
you would have.
Okay.
It's on you.
Good. Okay, that's
So
good.
yeah, when they set
We left
when
our
you were
ship.
getting ready, they put the equipment on a wet bag to be able to.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had them all.
All right.
We have
All right. Good. Then I go ahead and get
start
ready.
changing.
So you get an orange,
Yeah.
orange.
Is it wise to be wearing bright orange out here?
He's like, we're gonna have to double time to get up in there. We're not gonna have time to change.
Need to be ready
Okay.
then. Better to be wearing it when we get there than to have to change while we're close by.
Agreed. So at this point, we're just kind of waiting for Max to come in. You do, and Tony actually starts helping you dress and get dressed.
Yep.
So he's like, we have two options to go with this. Is we can double time just on straight speed, or we can try to double time with stealth to avoid attracting attention.
I think we need to go.
Do you have anything that will identify you as part of the Kanawha security force so that you could be out with us? Yeah.
Just what I'm
I think
wondering.
we need to go stealth. I think we have no choice.
Agreed.
So, 2 stealth.
If
You said
I'll
double
go
time. What do you two think?
Well, you said double time or double time stealth. I'm saying double time stealth.
Right, double
Or
time
so-
stealth.
yeah, okay.
And then, so 2 double time with stealth, 2 just straight double time.
Azrael's our leader. If she wants us to double time, I will double time.
Very well. All right. So, as you guys start moving along, we're going to need to make 2 rolls. So, the first one is going to be a dexterity check.
So I don't know how many rolls I've made today. I've only had 2 of them
I
start
have a second
over
chance,
10.
which I will use.
I rolled a 20 and then a 1.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's what I laugh
At least
about with
20.
these. By odds, it is impossible to do what I'm
10.
doing.
10,
That is
Okay.
crazy.
8.
8,
17.
8.
8,
24.
24. So as you guys are, running and moving, the people who didn't roll a 10, so 8 and below, at some points end up as you're running through. So let me back this up with you. As you climbed up off the bank and moved into the town, so you can definitely see that this neighborhood that you're in was formerly an industrial area. And so it's like warehouses, shipping containers, other industrial factories that related because you're so close to the port. But since then, you can see that it has definitely been ravaged and been ransacked and just not maintained, starting to
I
topple.
know what scavenging looks like. Is this scavenged or is this torn apart? What I'm thinking is, did the zombies rage through here or did starving people rage through here?
Make a quick mind or evidence analysis, whatever's evidence.
Nice, that was a 20.
Yep. So 8 in evidence analysis is going to be 15.
You see signs of survival scavenging, something that you're familiar with,
Then I'm not
but you
gonna worry about it.
but you also see signs of just destruction too, just wanton destruction.
Something moved through here in addition to people's trying to save themselves. We
So-
should be wary.
As you're moving through, so it's not open field as you're kind of going through like this big, huge container shipping yard as you're getting close to the fortified strip. As you guys are running, people who rolled below an 8, so or rolled a 10, so the 2 of you guys, at some point in there, as you're moving along, you end up hitting something, causing a clank, and they're, knocking something down. And, Tony just kind of raises up a fist as you guys listen. So everyone roll mind for me.
13.
17.
17,
12.
12,
15.
15.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Yes.
So as the people who did make the rolls, hearing, just straining, listening, hearing off in the distance, you actually hear the sound of just off in the distance.
Shit.
Play it one more time, Greg, for me.
So you hear just this distant growl. And so you can see Tony didn't hear that.
Tony, hold up.
What?
I heard something.
What did you hear?
Not human.
Growling.
Some kind of snarl or wrench.
Which way was it coming from? The way we were going or behind us?
Couldn't tell. And so he's like, you can continue trying to stealth our way in, knowing that they're there, or we can make a run for it.
At this point, we don't know what we're fighting. Do you?
I've never been here before.
I say we run.
Run.
Agreed.
Run.
So he's like, on the count of 3. 1, 2.
Push someone over and then go.
He pauses at at 2, looks around, makes sure everyone's on him. 3 gets up and boom, just takes off running.
I will stay close to the professor.
Everybody, roll dex.
13.
13,
9.
9.
8.
4.
We're like slipping on stuff,
I'm-
clanging
I'm-
everything.
I must be exhausted from swimming in.
7.
But like I said, I mean, by the odds, it's impossible to roll the way I roll.
So,
Do you want to borrow a dice? See if it has different luck.
I'm just going through all of them. No,
right.
we'll work our way through them.
All right.
I just, what happens is, in all the stupid shit, we burn the possibilities in the cards, and then when it comes to real stuff, we're not getting the possibilities back, and I think it might be more useful at that point.
But shouldn't we have refreshed our destiny cards after the dramatic scene?
oh yeah, absolutely.
But also, doesn't somebody have the Cosm card about like making the Horde show up and then we get 3
Yeah,
possibilities?
I do have that.
After we deal with it.
After
Right,
we
so if
deal
you
with
play
it.
that, then the Horde will show up and then we get 3 possibilities instead of the Horde showing up anyway and not getting 3 possibilities.
I was
actually an
thinking
interesting
that.
thought.
I was thinking that, and I was like, but I don't want to bring it down on us just in case we want to try to get through, and then use this to like get on the plane or
But-
something.
Especially with
Like,
us
how many
not
of us
rolling
didn't
well.
just make that roll right now? Like, the Horde is coming. We're clanging all the pipes
We
and
only
smashing
heard one growl.
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be, like, it's up to you. If you want to use it, I won't be mad. But if the Horde shows up anyway, if you play that card, we'll get possibilities out of it.
Even if it's only
Or
one.
do we want to have the Kanawa patrol show up right now?
No.
No.
That will ruin our security breach.
Okay. Just checking.
So quickly,
In or out?
Do you
Your
want-
choice.
do you want-
I'm gonna hang on to it for
Okay,
now. All right,
okay.
Yeah.
Go.
okay, so as you guys are running, and then you actually start seeing as you're like slipping and sliding, clanking through, not knowing, trying to navigate your way through the shipping yard. You see movement up ahead, and can't really, without stopping and focusing and orienting where it's at. And then all of a sudden, just stepping out of nowhere, what you see this human. But he's got ripped, torn clothes. His hair is grown out wild, just this kind of wild beard. Eyes are bloodshot and seems to be not quite blood, but just this red tears just kind of staining underneath his eyes and dripping down. And he's salivating out from his mouth. And so when he kind of just stops and sees you guys and you're running towards him, he's like, ah! Hisses and just kind of runs out towards the first person there, who happens to be Tony. So we're going to go into initiative.
Asian cast to his face.
Yes.
Okay. And remind me how initiative goes. Oh, comes off the cards.
That's right. So, heroes first, villains with the flurry. As this guy starts running forward, Tony he's like backing up. He's like, if we shoot, we risk attracting more. And so he drops his SMG that he's carrying and just reaches down and grabs his knife as he lunges up at him. So, Tony will swing and misses bad. And so just from dropping his SMG, grabbing his knife, the thing was able to close distance. And at that point, Tony had to actually dodge around him, avoid being hit. Who goes next?
I'll shoot one with lightning.
There's only one.
The one with lightning.
The one with lightning.
Shit. Play this card as a possibility. Am I allowed to play out of my hand right now?
No, because
Because
we're
we
in
just started in
just started combat.
Fuck.
I have a card called Inspire, which can give everybody a possibility.
But
But it
we
has to
are
be in-
initiative.
I know, but
Yeah.
later, if you're worried about keeping it and saving it.
Yeah.
So, that is going
suppose
to
that's
be... That's a minus... No, it didn't.
Nope.
You know.
So you go to shoot, but Tony backing into you, just kind of threw you off, and then all of a sudden your lightning arcs above him and goes up into the sky.
Iara, check
Beginning
and
where
see.
we are.
No!
Damn it.
Iara, check and see if they're dead. Try and necromancy it.
Oh. I will cast Create Zombie on the zombie.
That's interesting.
I have no idea in game
Yeah.
or out of game it'll work, but we throw that
I feel
possibility
like
out quick.
that would be one of those like loopholes that I don't know if the creators would have figured. Can you like necromance
It's
a
going to be
biological
the
zombie?
question is, are they dead?
Right.
Yeah.
And I have not read Pan Pacifica, so I don't know if they're
Yeah.
dead.
It says
It specifically has to be dead.
the spell
She
may
can't-
only be cast once per day and only upon a single humanoid corpse with most of the flesh still on
Right.
it. The corpse animates and becomes a zombie.
And again, it wouldn't be a break because even if it works here, there's only one. If a second one attacks us, she can't do it again till tomorrow. So it's not. If it works, it's not even out of line
Cast Create Zombie on the zombie.
Go and roll.
Okay.
on the Zhongxi.
On the Zhongxi. 16.
16.
Difficulty of 12.
So you know that you hit it, and you know that you're magic, but this isn't dead. So what it tells you is when you try to, animate something that's alive, there's nothing necromantic in there for your magic to work upon.
There's no necrotic flesh.
We know it has died and come back.
We don't know
when
that.
It's not dead.
All you know is it's not dead.
Yeah.
Right. We don't know
right.
that.
Yeah, that's right. We don't. Okay.
But we now know it's not dead. That's
Right.
a huge piece of information that
Yeah.
I don't know that anyone knows. That's out of game.
Who's next?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go. I will run to try and take its mind up.
I was wondering if I could grapple it first.
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of training.
Ulisses, wait, I have this.
Wait. And I just go in and I just straight up, I'm just lunging towards it to grapple it.
Okay.
That's a 20.
Right.
And a 1. So
I did that too.
7. So it's 21. So that would be a 22.
22 beats me by many. Beats me by 12.
Oh shit.
All right, is that an outstanding then?
That is
Outstanding.
outstanding.
All right, so same thing as a good result. So the attacker strikes with strength damage if he chooses and restrains the foe. But with an outstanding success, it is also stymied.
Okay.
And so it would be strength is okay. So it's 7, or I suppose it'd be 7 damage for the attacking portion of that.
I assume it doesn't get bonus dice, correct?
As far as I know, it doesn't say anything about bonus dice.
It's an unarmed attack, but you are trying to grapple, but it's still. Yeah, so the defender is flat-footed to all attacks. What flat-footed does is
Set at a series.
becomes very vulnerable, so +4 actions to hit. So grappling is an unarmed combat test. If successful, it can restrain a foe and even cause strength damage.
Period.
Yeah, so in some cases, the GM may allow the use of melee weapons instead, such as brass knuckles,
Yep.
and determine the effects. So standard, the attacker strikes his target and does strength -2. Good, the attacker strikes with strength damage if he chooses and restrains his foe. And outstanding as a good result, but the foe is also stymied. So it's going to be strength damage and stymied. And because he's restrained, he's vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
So we have a +4. Everybody's got a +4.
Yep. And I'm holding him out towards Max right now.
You got around his arm, so he's
yeah,
like this.
so he's like this. I'm like, get him, Max!
You can tell, though, just by holding, that he is stronger than you.
Oh, I'm sure of it. Anything is stronger than me. It's not about me holding them.
So you see Ufa dip up low, just kind of bear hug, and just lift him up as his arms restrained, as he's just trying to break free and trying to bite you at the same time.
Good times.
Who's up?
So I'm coming in with my attack. And
You have a +4.
yep, I saw that. I'm excited. All right, so that is a 16 to hit.
16, absolute. Is that including the +4?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so absolutely hits, and that is going to beat me up as a good success.
Good. All right, I like that. So we are at level 1 right now. So base damage is 10 plus
Nice.
15, 19 points of damage. Good job, Ufa! Shred him.
With the claws?
Yep.
Yeah, so as you come in, so you just come in straight and just straight into the brain, no problem. And so
Now we need to keep running.
Drop the body.
Let's go!
Go, go, go!
Do I feel him dead?
What's that?
Do I feel him dead?
Yes.
It's dead now.
Raise it.
I
Let's go.
don't think we have time.
I can't. I've already tried casting, so I
sorry.
can't cast.
Oh,
it
can
again.
you only cast once a day? Or can you only succeed once a day?
It's cast once a day.
That makes it, yeah, then
Yeah,
there's
this-
no problem.
Yeah.
This
so-
spell may be cast once per day.
All right, so in the future, we go after Godzilla, who's dead.
We need to just keep
So-
running.
Yeah,
Time to
keep
go.
running.
So you guys take off running. What happens is exactly that, when your spell just beacon exactly where they're at, and now you guys can hear snarling and running and people and whatever these things were clanging after you, and we're gonna go into a chase scene.
Oh, God, no!
So, chase scenes are just like dramatic resolutions, and so ultimately it's going to be a dex check versus my dex check to see if you can get ahead.
And is that one person or everybody every time? Because again, I know these they kind of lean it towards one.
We're going to go ahead and roll as a group. And so it's just going to be a group roll.
Who
One
has
person.
the better
With or
dexterity?
without
'Cause mine's
pluses?
8.
I have
Mine's 8.
13. Me.
So no pluses.
No
because
pluses, just he's
ba-
rolling.
Basically, he's running and leading.
saying,
and
"This way,
following-
guys, over here,
Exactly.
this way."
Exactly.
Parkour.
Parkour.
What does that mean?
With this, can we roll? Can we put from our hand?
No, so you can play from your hand, not into a pool, because it's dramatic resolution.
All right, so we can play the cards.
Yes, we can
Yes.
play.
Yeah.
from
And
our hand.
I have supporters, so I can add 3
Same.
to your
All right, cool.
roll.
Same.
Okay, so first one, there is an A and a B and a C.
All right.
I also
So
have
remember,
adrenaline.
is a 10 plus, then a 12 plus, then a 14 plus.
That is correct.
That's a 20.
Nice. That's a
start.
good start.
That's a 6. 9 plus 13 would be 21. No, 22. Am I crazy? 22.
22.
I think
Yeah.
either way it works.
You make your way and you feel like you're outpacing them, but they are definitely continue running. Do you want to continue with a B?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
And
Okay.
I'm going to play master plan to draw this one back.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So
Place
this is going to
possibility.
be a D and a
Nice.
12.
All right.
I've got a +3.
Give me the +3, because that
Need
gets
a
me
12.
to 14.
14?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can, as you guys are moving and like running through the shipping yard, you're able to outmaneuver. Are you going for C?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She's got a +3 also.
Off to the side.
Yeah.
Well, starting point is a
19, a 9.
9, and we need to get to 14.
14.
Okay.
So you can get him to a 12.
Hold up. I will get you a possibility.
I can use my last possibility.
Nope, let me do it first.
We could
Well,
we
you
could let
have-
it go.
So he played the
Listen.
possibility.
I have 3.
Oh, is that what you want to do? You play first.
Because I have play to give any number of your possibilities to another Storm Knight.
I mean, you can do that anyways because we have possibility thing. We can do that.
Oh, that's fair, yeah. So I'm using a possibility on his behalf.
Okay.
Okay. And so that's no matter what.
Instead of a
it's
5, and the minimum 10 for this roll.
so it'd be 19. So 6.
That will
plus-
succeed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 19.
All right, so 19. You're able to get through, so you feel that you're quite a bit ahead of them. So you
Treat me
need
with
a,
this one.
We need a D now.
need a D.
Here.
A, B, C, and D.
Yeah.
I see the town up ahead.
All right.
We're going to have to go around the port.
That's a natural 20.
Yes.
Oh my god! I can't believe this is happening. Okay. 17. So
37.
37. It's 11 plus 13. That is 24.
24.
Second successful time.
As you guys are maneuvering out
Okay.
through hit D, so as you're maneuvering through,
Yeah.
you make your way out of the shipping container yards, and maybe about 100 yards ahead, you actually see a plane, a line of people wearing orange, and a fence that's just all locked up with armed security. And Tony's, you guys see that? Tony's just like, "That's it, run!" And just starts booking, pushing you guys along to it.
What's the plan, Tony? What's the
Does
plan?
it have to be suspicious that like a garden, like we're all sweaty and like wet and shit?
He's all, at this point, you guys attempted and escaped, and I found and contacted you and brought you back. Right now, we have a horde coming.
I know we have a horde coming, but when we have another horde coming to
No. No, that'll
If you want to play it, you can play
we all
it.
get possibilities.
But we have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to fight the.
I mean, it doesn't say we have to kill them all.
No, I understand. We have to deal with
This
it.
isn't time
I
for
understand.
discussion.
So,
Now,
yeah.
play
Never mind,
yes or
never
no.
mind. Never mind, we're good.
Okay.
So, following Tony's direction,
So as you guys are running,
everybody stay in close.
you hear Tony yelling in Japanese. Does anybody speak Japanese?
Nope.
Nope.
So you hear him yelling in Japanese, and there is movement among the guards. And you can actually now see them come out from the gate inside of where this out. There's 4 guards, and they take a firing position, and they're
Crap, what the hell did he do? What is he telling them?
He's all, keep running, Tony says, as you guys are running. As you guys are running out, maybe about 50 yards closer, you hear the horde now come out as it just kind of running out behind you. Who looks back?
I do
Nope.
not.
Not me.
No
Not
one
doing
okay.
that.
So don't know how many are there, and then all of a sudden, as you guys are running up toward those guards, you see them open up fire. So I'm gonna make 4.
Is it at us or is it at them?
No, it is not at you.
Okay.
And so as you guys are running, you can see just precise shots as you guys are running, and these guys the Kanawha guards are shooting, and
I don't know what they're doing. We
What's
just
that?
know they're shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't know what they're shooting. So,
We're not getting hit.
and you can hear them yelling something back, and Tony's like, "Hi, hi!" And so he says, "Inside the yard." So as you guys run inside, at this point, like the entire line of prisoners that was lining up there, you see 2 guards just full blown inside. And so rushing them up inside now. And as you guys are moving along, Tony's like now taking on the form. He's like, "Get along, you assholes!" And he starts pushing, but he says it in Japanese. So, and he's pushing you guys along to get in line with the other prisoners. Does anyone resist?
No,
No.
but I'm going to throw up telepathy for the 4 of them immediately. I have everyone in contact. I don't have Tony in here. For the moment, try and stay together.
And so he's like, "Move, get along." And if anybody looks back, you can hear the firing is stopped, and the 4 guards that were out in front doing the firing start filing back in and taking the time to lock the gates that were on this fence. And so Tony starts pushing guys in. You guys get into the back of the line, and this nice controlled order line that was once coming in is now rushing along and getting pushed onto the plane. And so as you guys get in line, start getting pushed in, the other guards are, forming in. They're not looking directly at you, but they're taking up a position. Off in the distance, you can hear more growling. Anybody look?
No.
Yeah, I look.
So the both of you look. So you see that the initial horde, you count maybe approximately 20 bodies that were running towards you, all shot down and gunned down. And then off in the distance, with all the gunfire, you see more than 20 movements just start running through the shipping yard, just slavering. And you also see, before what you saw were infected humans, but now you can see actual, just
Decaying.
Little bit of decay and open sores and just elongated teeth, much more feral. And when you actually, they're not running, they're running and leaping and just taking just big bounds as they're running, leaping up on top of a container, leaping over to the next one.
Get on the plane!
As they start, and there's about maybe 10, 15 of these ones, as well as the infected humans, just all running towards the plane. And so you guys get up, get pushed forward up on the plane. The guards come in, and you can just hear just frantic activity inside the cabin as they go. You see just these hand movements and just screams out in Japanese, just these frantic screams, and then you feel the plane start moving.
I'm like, shut the little window covering.
Not doing that, no.
So as you start doing that, when the plane starts moving now, the seats that you're in, you can actually see where there's manacles, to each seat. And so the guards start systematically putting each person down in manacles and locking the seats in. And so when it comes to you guys, does anybody resist?
Nope.
No.
Is Tony doing this?
Yeah, Tony's now kind of imitating what the other guards are doing.
Tony, I still have my gun.
Shut up! Boom! And he cracks you. No talking!
Does it wound me?
No.
Okay,
So you can tell that he pulled back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
But I'm like, I still have my guns.
I said shut up! And he cracks it again.
I'm shutting up.
And so as you see Tony crack Ufa a couple times in the head, but no cuts. And so like I said, he held back where he wasn't trying to purposely hurt you. And then you feel the plane after everyone is buckled in. You hear something come over the intercom, and the guards sit down. And then a few moments later, you can feel kind of taxi out and speed up and take lift. And we're going to go and end right there.
Oh. Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Siegson Employees of the Month, Michael H., Greg K., F.S., and our Breaker of Seals, Frank H., Christopher C., Matthew K. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it. And a very special thanks to our fantastic artist, Jacob Blackmon, who you can reach on his Patreon under his name, or Deviant Art under the name Prodigy Duck.